Hello, and welcome to Vacation Station, hosted by Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazines.com.
Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Vacation Station Travel Show with Nancy Reed and Lisa Smith, the mother-daughter travel team and publishers of Big Blend Radio and TV magazine, as well as Parks and Travel magazine. And, we do the publishing and the writing and running around as full-time travelers on our Love Your Parks tour, where we're on a quest to visit and document all of America's parks and public lands. And today's show is it's dedicated to California's Sequoia country and what kind of fall adventures you can have, whether it's a festival or hiking in the woods among those giant sequoias. And it's really a destination that Nancy and I have been to quite a few times over the years. It's one of the first regions that we went to on our Love Your Parks tour way back when. And very excited because today we have some special guests joining us from the Sequoia Tourism Council. And I encourage you to go to their website, discoverthesequoias.com. We have Denise Alonso from the Sequoia-National-Forest joining us. Hey, Denise, how are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Hey, it's good to have you back on. And I want everyone to know your website and let me know if I got this right. It's fs.usda.gov/Sequoia.
That is correct.
Okay. And everyone, there's maps and all kinds of good things on there, and definitely check it out before you go out into the giant Sequoia National Monument or Sequoia National Forest. We're going to be chatting with Denise about what you can see and do in the forest during the fall. We also have Sandy Blankenship. She's the executive director of the Exeter Chamber of Commerce, a gateway community to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park, as well as Sequoia National Forest. You can go to their website, exeterchamber.com. But how are you, Sandy?
I'm great. How are you ladies today?
We're doing good. And Nancy, you know the first question we have for Sandy, right?
Right. Meow.
How's Walter?
Walter is doing well. He's having a lot of fun. He has a little friend outside now that he plays with. So yeah, he's having a grand time.
We always have to check in, everyone. If you don't know, Walter is the town cat. He is the mascot of Exeter. So when you go visit Sandy and everyone in the chamber, you get to go meet Walter as well. We also have Donette Silva-Carter on the show with us. She is the CEO of Tulare Chamber of Commerce. And Tulare, Tulare is known for the dairy, and the whole region is too, but Tulare has the fairgrounds. Tulare's got a beautiful downtown as well, and you can go to their website, tularechamber.org. So, hey, Donette, how are you doing?
Hello, Lisa. I'm doing great. And hello, Nancy. It's wonderful to get to chat with you guys and to talk about all that is fall in our region.
Hey, you got a lot going on, and you've got a lot of shopping. Do you get yours? Because I know you love to shop. Do you get your shopping list going now in the fall?
I don't know if I have a list. I just go out and, I'm a very experiential shopper. So when the world ever goes to all online, I'm going to be crying and boohooing because I really love brick and mortar stores and love to get out there. And so I do have a list, that I'll take, when it gets close to the holidays as far as to start my shopping probably in the next 30 days or so for Christmas. But I also just, I just love to shop in general. So I have a lot of fun, and there are so many different types of unique shopping experiences in Tulare, from boutiques to the outlet centers. And then I also cross over into our neighboring communities because everybody has so much to offer in shopping. So, hey, I know no boundaries.
I know.
Neither does my credit card, so I guess.
Joe's going to come get you. Also excited to have Monty Reyes back on the show. Monty is the CEO and president of the Porterville Chamber of Commerce, another awesome shopping destination, just like Exeter. And you can go to his website, portervillechamber.org. How are you doing, Monty?
I'm doing great. It's wonderful to be back on the show.
Yeah.
And it's great to be able to have us share some information with you.
Yeah, you guys, I was looking on your website today. It looks like you're kicking off your fall season for music on Main Street.
We are, yeah. That's just actually this Friday is the first concert in the series, so we're looking forward to it. It should be a great series.
Yeah, it's every Friday, right, in September and October?
That's right. Every Friday in September and October, and it culminates with a movie in the park the last Friday of October, which is a great community event.
Cool, cool. And it's free
Fun.
for everyone to go in, and it's at that beautiful Centennial Park, your Centennial Plaza, and it's got that mural of that's like the high school marching bands, right?
And you're right. It's Centennial Park, and there's a mural that celebrates 100 years of bands here in Porterville, and the concerts that happen there will be everything from there's spiritual music, there's mariachis, country, rockabilly, hip hop. Even our good friend Pete Grant is going to be there, so it should be a fantastic season.
Oh,
Awesome.
yay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, I know there's a lot of activities, and that's the thing about Tulare County itself is that there's so many, you know, you've got Three Rivers as well as a gateway community, Springville, also Dinuba, and of course, Visalia. So this is all east of Fresno, very easy to get to from the Bay Area or from LA for an awesome destination. I want to go to Denise because I know you're going to let everybody know just how big these trees are. And I was reading up, isn't it 33 groves of giant sequoia trees in the forest?
Yes, we actually have 33 groves of giant sequoias in the Giant Sequoia National Monument, and that's all part of the Sequoia-National-Forest. And we have lots of opportunities for people to walk along and stand under these magnificent trees.
Mm. And because I know, you know, when we look at the fall season now, the temperatures have cooled down. Do you get fall color in the fall when you go into the forest at all, or is it similar
We
to
do.
some?
Yeah, we do get some fall colors. Quaking aspen is known for its quaking aspen trees that are beautiful in the fall weather. And you can also experience the national forest when not everybody else is coming up to visit. So there are fewer people, which means that you're likely to find a camping spot in one of our campgrounds. And you can come and experience the national forest for yourself, basically. You don't have to deal with as many crowds at places like Trail of 100 Giants, or you can stand up on top of Dome Rock and overlook the Kern Canyon, or you can go to Hume Lake and walk around the lake on the trail that's provided there for you. We have some beautiful areas and fewer people this time of the year, so it's a great time to travel.
Nice.
When should people be aware of possible snow?
Well, usually we don't start to get snow until about mid to late November, but you can get periodic thunderstorms between now and November, and so you do need to come prepared with, you know, weather clothes for rain, and also maybe bring your snow chains just in case, but we typically don't get snow until late November.
Wow, that's okay. So everyone's got a nice, easy time to get out there, and you know, I know that same thing as in Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, that it's an active time where the wildlife starts to change up. You can see bears as they're getting ready to kind of go sleepies, but they don't go into like a full hibernation, right? They kind of just go into a deep slumber, but they're active.
Not until it gets cold. Yeah. So you can still have lots of opportunities. One thing we do need to be extra careful of is fires, because we do have, things are pretty dry right now. So if you do decide to have a campfire, you need to make sure that you get your campfire dead out, and then be careful with fire anywhere in the national forest or the national parks. Or throughout Tulare County, honestly, because we are pretty dry right now, and until we get some good weather coming in, fire danger is still going to be present.
I'm glad you bring that up. It's important for sure to remember that. And so, just how big are these trees? Just to give everyone a visual, like how many people have to hug a tree to actually?
Well, they could be over 200 feet tall and 30 feet around. It's really hard to get a true picture of it until you're standing under one of these magnificent giants. We've had children hold hands and try to connect with each other around the base of these trunks of these trees. And it's amazing when 26 youngsters stand around holding hands, stretched out as far as they can possibly reach, and try to reach the other person on the other side. It's a tremendous experience for them.
Oh man, that's a lot of kids to do
It
that.
is.
Oh, I know, because you always get that like, wow, when you even you I don't think you ever get over that like jaw drop of getting into the sequoias and seeing how massive these trees are, and they truly are giants, and they're ancient too. I mean, it
They
was
are
you know um,
over
go ahead.
over 2,000 years old in some cases, and it's just tremendous. It's an experience you will never forget.
We just saw a redwoods here in Colorado, in the Florissant Fossil Beds National Monument. So they were all, petrified. And
Huh.
I mean, I never thought we'd see a redwood, which I know they're all in the same family. And Nancy and I were like, what? What? They're not supposed to be here in Colorado, but apparently this volcano 200, 300 million years ago decided to, wipe the region out and change it up
Wow.
drastically. So yeah, there were hippos and all kinds of things out here at that time, but
Huh.
it was really
Interesting.
cool. Yeah, there was three. It's the only set of three redwoods petrified and all joined together. And that's the interesting thing about the sequoias too, right? Don't they kind of grow with other trees, and with other sequoias kind of look like they're joined at the hip?
There are some sequoias that have basically absorbed themselves as they grow into other trees and each other. And so we do have some sequoia trees up on the forest that are grown together with incense cedar trees. There's ones at Trail of 100 Giants that are recognized for that. It's actually a sequoia tree growing into an incense cedar.
Wow.
What about their root system? I think I read somewhere that they their roots, like one forest could be one big tree, just a lot of sprouts, and the roots are all connected.
The root system is spread out for a long distance. As a matter of fact, we have a recently fallen giant sequoia at the Trail of 100 Giants. We have two, actually, one that just fell last winter, and they're working on cleaning that area up as we speak. And then another set of trees fell down in 2011 that we created a boardwalk that you can actually walk along the edge of this freshly fallen giant sequoias. But the root systems were weakened by the streams and the water that was sitting next to it. And it's amazing that, just the saturation of the soil these roots can just uplift and come out of the ground, and that's what caused these sequoia trees to fall over.
Wow. Talk about going timber.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
I'm sure that made a noise in the woods.
I know, because I remember seeing the two fallen ones on the Trail of 100 Giants, and you really get like how a different perspective of how big they really are. So it's a really exciting place to visit. It's definitely like a bucket list adventure. I say Tulare County, the Sequoia region really is. Of course, you've got the national parks. I don't want to leave them out. Sequoia National Park celebrating its anniversary on September 25th from being established in 1890. The Sequoia and Kings Canyon are one of our oldest national park units. Kings Canyon originally being the General Grant. That was the park's name beforehand. But you can go to nps.gov/SEKI, stands for Sequoia Kings Canyon, but it's really excited. I'm into this. They've got a new app for the national park system where you can download it before you go, and you'll have over 200 locations in the parks on this app. But you need to download it before you go, because as I remember, my phone didn't work up there.
Yeah, anywhere you travel in the woods, you're not likely to have cell phone reception. So you always want to plan for that.
Yeah, so that's a really neat thing to go and experience the region. And half the time, isn't it true, Denise, a lot of times we'll be crossing into the park and then into the forest. We don't really quite know, but yeah, you get it on maps. It can help too, because it's a different, it is still a different experience.
And we all have giant sequoias, and so there's just a subtle difference between the park and the forest. And those with dogs need to know that you can't have dogs on the trails in the park, but you can in the forest. There's some other minor differences between the park and the forest, but we all have lots and lots of recreational opportunities and giant sequoia trees.
It's awesome. And even like Bulch Park and some of those other areas too. So the whole region is just, it's big trees and amazing communities. I wanted to go back to Sandy because Sandy, I know we've talked over the years about your fall festival in Exeter, but 106 years, like seriously, like come on.
Yeah, it's been going on a long time. It's had
Wow.
various names over the years, but it's been going strong for 106 years.
That's
Wow.
really something.
Are you
Wow.
still doing your scarecrow contest in October?
We are. We just kicked that off late last month, and we'll be getting started. Those run from October 1st to October 31st. It's our 8th annual Scarecrow contest. So if you're out in the area, come on by and see all the scarecrows. They'll be all around downtown at the different businesses, and individuals, youth groups can also participate, and they can display their scarecrows at other businesses. If somebody doesn't have time to build one, they can house one for another group or organization. So it's a fun thing. It's really fun, and people seem to really enjoy it.
Awesome. And so that's the Scarecrows, October, that's a time, but your 106th annual Exeter Fall Festival, that is October 12th, right? And that's
Correct.
in the city park in downtown, and you've got a parade and a car show. The car show is happening.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, and it's been getting larger every year. It's really fun to come down and see all the custom cars that people take such great pride in developing and building, and they're just gorgeous. I'm amazed every year, and I think, oh my gosh, that takes a lot of time to build that. But yeah, it's really a lot of fun. We usually have a couple of boats and some motorcycles, and so there's something for every taste.
Cool. And are you going to have music and food?
Yes, of course. We have music, live entertainment all day. This year we'll even, last year we brought her in, but we'll have her back this year. We may have a few other acts come with her, but she a sword swallower and fire breather.
Wow.
And she also has some acrobatic people that she can bring. We're still working out the details on that, but we may have a little more of a show for that. But it's quite fascinating to watch. The sword swallowing is a little much for me, but yeah, I mean, it's quite a talent.
I'm with you on that. No way. Then Denise is going to go there with a bucket of water.
Yeah, put out the fire.
Yeah, we kind of watch that pretty closely, but yeah, I've seen it on TV and that sort of thing. I've never seen it live, and it is very exciting, and you can't help but watch. And she, yeah, it's. I think it's very interesting, but it's something new that we've added, and we'll have an area for children's games and bounce houses and all that sort of thing at the park as well. It's a full day of activities, lots of fun for the whole family.
Excellent. So everyone, again, exeterchamber.com is where you get all the information. Beautiful, spiffy new website that you've got over there too. So it's awesome. Always good to see what's going on in Exeter. It's such a charming community, such beautiful murals in the downtown and art and hidden painted rocks and all kinds of good stuff going on. But one thing I wanted to touch on, Sandy, because I know we've talked about this over the show for years ago, is this harvest of the handwovens, and it's like a fashion week, right? And this is happening again, but this is like the 40th annual free harvest of the handwovens. So this is like everybody's doing like textile art and showing it off.
Right. And this is very interesting. I've been to it a few times. Usually it comes at a time where I'm often traveling. I take vacation usually after Fall Festival, but I've been to it. It's very cool. You'll have some demonstrations of how they weave and make the yarn, as well as you can purchase items handmade by the different artisans. And it's really a fun thing to do if you enjoy that sort of thing. And I know Donette loves to shop, so this is, you can come and get some very unique items there. I've gotten a few things from them, and they're just very talented, and they love to share how they do it.
Oh, I see. I like that. Now, Donette, do you like to shop when it's got a story behind it? Does that help you in your purchase?
You know what? It helps, of course. Now, I love stories behind different items that you can pick up, the uniqueness of things and where they're produced and how they're produced. So, it's just what the appeal is. And for me, there's all kinds of things that are out there and appealing. And also, I think you get a lot of great gift shopping, in unique situations like that as well, too.
Cool. Now, I heard that your fair is coming up, the Tulare County Fair.
Yes, we have our 100th anniversary fair, and so we are very excited about that. There are 100 or more free things to do at the fair with your paid admission, and that includes all of the concert lineups that we have, and of course you're going to get to see the livestock, and we actually have these really cool sculptures. You can go in and sculpt out of butter in the Buttercup arena area. So a lot of different things that we do. We also do a Quilts of Honor to honor veterans. That's a project that the Chamber is involved with. So we will honor 25 veterans from throughout our county area. It's actually the county fair, but it is here in Tulare. And actually, little known fact is that the Chamber of Commerce started that fair 100 years ago as a citrus fair.
Oh, wow. Wow. So
Yeah,
check it out. And so this is September 11th through 15th, right?
Yes, and it's definitely a celebration of agriculture. It's a salute, to ag and the impact of ag. Of course, we are in the #1 ag region of the world, and so this is a chance to come through and really have that fun experience and to see how agriculture impacts the community. Everyone, always likes livestock show. There are all kinds of vendors. This year, we also have a pioneer village, and our stage area has been completely redone for the concerts. There's demolition derby. I mean, there is definitely something for everyone at our county fair, and so much fun. I am a fair junkie, so I love to go to fairs. I love to go to festivals, and our fair is definitely one that is very special to us.
Yeah.
And then, coming beyond the fair too, we also have a fall festival at the International Agri Center. That's coming in October. And then there are some other smaller venues for fall festivals and, crafters shows, a lot of things that are happening, as we go into the fall period of time. So there's so much to do, and we have tasting events too. So there are a number of those that are actually held this month and next month. Ours is the Crush Party, which happens on September the 20th, and we feature a variety of different restaurants and a variety of wonderful wines from throughout California. I know you love the wine, ladies, and someday you've got to catch my Crush Party because it is so much fun. And it's just a great time to come out on a Friday evening after work, enjoy food, enjoy music, enjoy wine. We also have some distilled beverages as well. So there are a few things we mix it up. We have a brewing company that's there too. So a few things to kind of mix it up and just have a good time. And there's also a silent auction. And we have this beautiful tree that features 109 bottles of wine. And it is an opportunity drawing to take all of that wine home with you.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm in.
Me too.
I want to win.
It is. You know what? It is so cool. So, but yeah, just a lot of things happening, during this period of time. As you guys were mentioning shopping, we have a new owner for our big outlet center, and they are doing some wonderful things. There are all kinds of activities that are now happening there that they've amped up, and we're actually really looking forward to the Christmas season because this company will do Christmas and the holiday season in a very big way with a lot of new displays. I just met with the manager today, and I'm excited myself. I just love the holiday season, so I can't wait to see how everything is going to look very soon.
Nice.
We actually have a joint mixer with multiple chambers, so we're going to bring a lot of people there to shop, and we invite everyone to come in and, and to join us. When you're traveling into any community, I always recommend, check out the Chamber of Commerce website, find out what's happening. I go into other communities, to visit maybe family or friends in those areas, or we're just going on vacation. I look for community events, different types of things. I like to go to the car shows. I like festivals. I'll even go to a fundraising event just to come and get a flavor of the community, especially something that's like a wine and food tasting. Fun times. And you get to really, meet with people.
That's the way. Nancy and I love to do that too as we travel the country. It's a good way to taste local food and local wine, right, Nancy? about that local wine.
Well, people are happy.
Yeah, yeah.
They are.
So it's
They
cool.
are.
Monty,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because I was on your website, portervillechamber.org, and I see that you have a new festival. It looks new. Is it the art? I don't remember Porterville having an art festival. I need.
You're exactly right. It is it's a first time for us to do this art festival, and it's happening at the same location as the concerts on Friday night, which is at Centennial Plaza on Main Street. This is the art festival for 2019. I'm sure over time we'll come up with a snazzy name, like with Sandy. After 106 years, maybe I can talk to her and get a good name for it. But Art Festival summed it up pretty clearly, because there's going to be crafts, exhibits, performances, both visual and musical, and there's also going to be food vendors down there. And we're really hoping to connect the community to the local arts scene and also the local clubs and organizations, and really encourage family fun and, of course, food.
Yeah, and you've got great murals too. I mean, all of the downtowns, even Three Rivers, which is along the river, has murals too. But you've got the art association there too that has its own gallery. And I remember going on the art walk and there being quite a few galleries and boutiques shopping, and so a great destination for the holidays.
You're right, and we're lucky enough that at this art festival, Imagine Community Arts Center is going to be doing a hands-on activity that's free to the public. So there'll be about 50 seats. People can show up, and all the supplies needed to do the activity will be there. Cool. Kind of like a night sort of thing, but during the day, and without the wine, because it'll be a family festival at that point in time. It's from 10 a.m. to 3, and we're looking forward to putting on an art festival here in Porterville. And of course, this is done in conjunction with the city of Porterville, but the real drivers behind this is the Porterville Arts Commission, which has been newly formed in the last 4 years. So that's probably why you hadn't seen it, and that is the driving force behind it. So we're glad to participate and partner with them.
Very cool. I wanted to give a shout out also Dinuba, Dinuba Chambers. Dinuba's kind of more closer to Kings Canyon. And they, this is, remember what I was going to say soap. Remember soap, Nancy? Yeah, because they were all into raisins, right? Remember? Have I got the right one? I don't know if maybe maybe it was Fresno. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah, but they have a raisin harvest festival. That's unique. That is really unique. And that happens September 26th through 29th. And they have a parade, and they also, have food and music and all of that. But that's a unique kind of thing. Donette's out there with her crush and her wine. Sandy's got scarecrows, and Monty's got art and music. And Denise has got the giant trees. But also wanted to give a shout out to Dinuba, and you can go to their website, dinubachamber.com. Also, Visalia, visit visalia.org is a great website too. Visalia is kind of the larger city of the region, and they have a lot of events coming up. They have an Oktoberfest. I'm into that.
That one is done by the Chamber of Commerce in Visalia, and what a great event. They get hundreds of people to that event to taste the brews and really kick off the season. It's actually done in a pumpkin patch.
Cool.
And yeah, it's very cool. Lots of great music, food, and brews. So a lot of fun with that one too. Truly an Oktoberfest type of kickoff, which is what you want to have in the fall. I also, if it's okay, want to just also mention a couple other things, because you're talking some more. I guess we're on an alcohol theme here. I don't know how we do, but we do some wine walks too, and I think some of the other communities do. So we've got that coming up in November. So we want to make sure everybody knows about that, as well as a event. If you like things that are historic and haunted, and we have a hayride that comes up. It's our Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee, which is happening on October 26th in our downtown areas. And, I bet if we check all of our other communities, we're going to find all kinds of other things too. I know we only get a little bit of time to share. So I just want to remind everyone, if that's okay, Lisa, to just those websites that you're sending out, definitely check out our websites and find out what's coming when you come and visit the Sequoia region.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone, discoverthesequoias.com is a website. It's like the portal to everything, the forest, the parks, and all the different communities. Visit Visalia.org. They've got a First Friday Art Walk that they do every month. They have the Taste of Downtown. So that's, food and wine and bites and everything. That's October 8th. They have art and music on October 19th with 2 festivals happening, Taste the Arts, the Tastemakers as well. So food, art, and music is happening in Visalia. So check that out. There's so much going on. As we wrap up, I wanted to ask each of you, just because I know we probably missed something, because there's always so much going on in Tulare County, your perfect day, because I know you all need a day off. So you get a day off, and what's your perfect day in the fall in Tulare County? Let's start with you, Denise.
Well, I would say go to Trail of 100 Giants and go enjoy where those trees fell down and just basically feel like a tiny person in the big woods. And fall is a great time to go visit because there's not a lot of other people. And now that the kids have gone back to school, it's much quieter up there.
Yeah, and take a nice picnic, and it's ADA accessible, right? Compliant.
Yes, it is. Yes.
That's really nice, because that's something I always want to get people to know, is that a lot of our parks and forests have accessibility for folks that are in wheelchairs, moms pushing strollers, that kind of thing too. So it's definitely accessible, and that's a beautiful thing that you can go out and experience. Again, the website for the forest is fs.usda.gov/Sequoia. Now, Monty, what about you? What are you going to do on a day off?
Boy, I already have the perfect day in mind, and I love history here in Porterville, and of course everybody loves food. And so what I'm going to do on my perfect day is attend the Pioneer Days rib cook-off, because they often let me become a judge. So that's as many ribs as I can eat, surrounded by history, reenactments,
cool,
and the whole thing. And I even get to dress up, and so those kind of period activities really draw out the history here locally. So I tend to attend as many of those as possible, but that's my favorite one, is the Pioneer Days here in Porterville.
I love that. And then I just do have to ask you, is the Speedway still rocking things out there? Because I remember having
they ended up
time.
Yeah, it was a great time, and I have people talking to me all the time about when it's going to open. Mostly it's if it's going to reopen. They took a little bit of a break because, as you know, in these times, liability and things become a big concern with insurance, and those types of activities can be a little bit risky. So they took a break to kind of reconfigure, and we're really hoping to kick something off next year, and I'll be sure and let you know when that happens.
Okay, right on. Okay, so let's go to you, Sandy. What are you doing on your perfect fall day? Are you going to have chili? Because you guys have a chili cook-off, don't you, in the fall? I didn't want to leave that out.
Yes, we do have a chili cook-off. It's change of venue. Our Fraternal Order of Eagles is going to be taking that over this year. It's on November 16th on a Saturday from 9 to 4. That information's on our website if they want to get some more details. So it should be a really great day. My perfect day, I would probably go and find a restaurant that I haven't tried before somewhere here in the Sequoia region, and have a leisurely lunch, and then maybe do some shopping, hit some of the places that I sometimes don't have time to seek out. And I just like to spend a day and go to the different communities and hit some of their stores. I don't usually get to just window shop and just browse just for the fun of it. And then, of course, I have to buy when I browse, but I don't always get that opportunity. So I would look forward to doing that.
Yeah.
You know what, Sandy? You know what would be fun? Take Walter to the annual harvest of hand wovens and let him play with all the yarn.
Yeah, I don't know that they'd appreciate that too much.
I love that. That'd be funny.
I think that'd be fun.
I know. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I don't think so.
Dude, somehow I don't think it'd be so popular. Everyone, again, the website for Exeter is exeterchamber.com. Also for Porterville's portervillechamber.org. And Dawnette, okay, so what is your perfect fall day? I know shopping is involved. I know.
Well, I was listening to Sandy's, and I thought I'm just going to get in the car and ride with her because
Yeah.
that sounds like my kind of day too.
Yeah, come on down.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of time off in the chamber world, so going out and checking out all the communities and shopping. We have such wonderful downtowns everywhere in the Sequoia region, so I love getting to do that. I love also to get up to Three Rivers, on the way to the national park, and check out some of the little boutiques and Reimer's chocolates there, and Stafford's chocolates over in Porterville, and so it's just experiencing our area. That's truly what I like to do when I have time off, is to just visit our communities, my community, our neighboring communities, and of course I am going to seek out those festivals for the Festival Junkie and Me, and I'm excited about the new one that Monty just mentioned, an art festival. So I'm marking my calendar as I'm listening to everybody chat too.
I love it. I love it. Everyone, TulareChamber.org is a website to go for Tulare. Again, the whole region is discoverthesequoias.com. That's the easiest thing to do. You can also go to nationalparktraveling.com and see all of our past articles and interviews on the region. And we want to thank you all for joining us. Nancy, hey, I want to go back in the fall so we can go into the Crystal Cave in Sequoia National Park during Halloween season.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Right? We're so normal here. But thank you all for joining us. We're going to play a special song. It's called California Days. It's from our good friend Josh Pfeiffer. And it has that feeling of just driving around to different communities and hiking and just being out in the fresh air. So it's off of his album, American Crooner Act 1. Again, everyone, Josh Pfeiffer, go to his website, joshpfeiffer.com. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I love California days where the sunshine smiles on every face, where the ocean breezes blow and the swaying palm trees grow. I love California days. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most, from the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do but pack your bags and head on down this way. California days. California days. I got my sunshades and put the rag top down to stay. We could head to Monterey and watch that sunset fade away. I love California days. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most, from the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do But pack your bags and head on down this way. California Day, the California Day.